Hi guys, Mathsman here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing some more algebra with you, and I know that most of you, this is what algebra makes you feel like. It makes you feel like your brain is going to explode. Hopefully with my short video here today, I'll help you out so you don't quite feel like this. But today we're going to be looking at equations that have two unknowns. Now, first thing to learn is equations is just a posh word for algebra questions. Okay? So today in my video, what I'm going to look at is questions that have two unknowns. Now, what you need to understand in equations is that sometimes there are two letters and we don't know what they are. They could literally be any number. So if x and y could be any number, then where do I start? That's the question. Well, my answer's 4, so I'm going to start with numbers that are less than 4, because that would make sense to me. Okay, so let's just pretend that x is not x, it's 1. So if x was 1, then what would y have to be to make it equal 4? Well, y would have to be 3, wouldn't it? Okay? So that would work. 1 plus 3 equals 4. So I'm just going to go back there. So one combination that we could have is x could be 1, y could be 3, and that would make 4. So that is one possible answer. Another thing that you need to understand about equations is sometimes, and quite often, there are more than one answer. Okay, so here I've got 1, 2, 3 possible answers here. So I'm going to start with the same theory. My answer's 4, so I'm going to see, well, what could I do this time? Well, why don't I have x as 3 this time? And if x is 3, then y must be 1, right? So that is the opposite of my first answer, but it is a correct answer. Okay, that is totally allowed. So now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to see, well, is there another combination that I could have? Well, how about if I make x 0? X 0 is a number, so x could be 0. So if x is 0, then y must have to be 4, because 0 add 4 would make 4. So that is another possible answer. Now I can see at least 2 more answers here. And if you can see them too, then let me know with a comment down below. But now in this video, I'm going to move on. So this is a little bit trickier. So we have 2x plus y equals 7. So again, because my answer is low, I'm going to only use numbers that are less than 7, because that would make sense to me. Okay? This is another adding question. Okay? So I'm going to use numbers less than 7. So here I have 2x. Now, in algebra, if you ever have a number and then a letter next to it, then it means to multiply if they are next to each other. Okay? Let me show you what I mean. So again, x could be any number and y could be any number. So this time I'm going to start off small. I'm going to say x could be 1. Okay? And if x is 1, because 2 is next to x, that would actually be 2 multiplied by 1. And 2 multiplied by 1 would be 2. So if this part is the same as 2, then y must be 5. And those would add together to make 7. Okay? So you're probably quite confused there at the moment if this is the first time you've done algebra. So as in the previous example, this question has more than one answer. So here's my first answer, okay? So again, x. I tried 1 last time, so let's see if it works if x is the same as 2. Okay, so because the x is next to the big 2, I do 2 multiplied by 2. And that would give me 4. So if this part of the equation equals 4, then what must y be to make 7? Well, 4 add 3 makes 7. So y must be 3. So this is another answer here. So x in my example my second example was 2 and y was 3. Again, if you know any other different combinations, then please write down in the comments below. And I'm going to leave the video there. And I'm actually going to finish with an algebra joke. Okay, so here's the joke. Who invented algebra? A clever expert. Hope you got that joke, and I hope you liked today's video. Hope it made you laugh and not made you feel like this. If you did like the video, then please click on the link to subscribe if you would like more maths videos. And if this video was helpful for you, then please leave me a thumbs up down below. Thanks for watching.